Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be unboxing the brand new Motorola One Vision, which is the newly released mid-range handset from Motorola. So having a quick look at the box, as you can see, it says on here Motorola One Vision. On the right hand side it's got Android One, meaning the phone comes installed with vanilla Android or Android One. It's part of the Android One program. It will get all the major updates for the next 2 years and also one extra year for the security updates. And looking at the back of the box, it gives you the basic specs. As you can see, it's got a 48 megapixel sensor at the back. It's a quad pixel camera. It's got an f1.7 aperture, also comes with optical image stabilization. The front camera, the selfie camera, is a 25 megapixel affair, comes with an f2.0 aperture, also quad pixel. The screen, which is the most interesting and unique thing about this handset, is the 6.3 inch full HD plus cinema vision, a 21:9 ratio screen, the same screen we have on the Sony flagship, the Xperia One, which was also recently released. And also the phone comes with 4 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of UFS storage, meaning faster speeds. Also, the phone has Dolby audio, so it hasn't got any stereo setup. However, it has got one speaker at the bottom, which apparently is Dolby audio certified. We'll check this out later and see how loud that speaker is. Okay, so looking here on this side, you can see once again, same what I said, 4 gigs of RAM, 1 to 8 gigs of UFS storage, and this color is, by the way, the Sapphire Gradient, as it says very clearly. And out of the 1 to 8 gig, you will probably get 115 gigs, the basic storage, without installing any apps, which we will also check in just a moment. So let's open the box up and see what do we find inside. First and foremost, the phone. The phone, by the way, also comes with a case, which is fantastic. It's a growing trend in all these phones these days, which is quite nice to see. So you won't have to invest in any extra phone case. This is, by the way, a TPU gel case, one of my favorite categories. It's very easy to maintain, doesn't get that dirty that often. Also very easy to put on the phone, and also very easy to take it off as well. So putting this away, so this is the Sapphire Gradient color. You can see the gradient effect all the way across in the middle and looks absolutely stunning. Okay, so as you can see at the back, it's got this 48 megapixel sensor, like I said to you earlier, with an f1.7 aperture, and also the 5 megapixel depth sensor as well, along with dual tone LED flash. And you can see here it says all the specs here as well as we speak. Like I said, f1.7 aperture along with optical image stabilization. Also, it's got a fingerprint sensor at the back. On the right hand side, this is, by the way, the power button along with the volume rocker, as you can see. And up top here, lots of people who complain these days, Motorola have been taking the feedback and they have kept the 3.5mm headphone jack. On your left hand side, this is where the SIM tray goes, and also the phone has got a memory card as well, so you can have expandable memory, I think up to 512 gigs. So looking here at the bottom, a type C USB, as you can see, along with that speaker, which I said apparently it's got Dolby audio, which we will check. Also, I think the 3.5mm jack might also be Dolby certified as well, so we will check that too. So this is the screen, as you can see, a 21:9 ratio screen, along with 6.3 inches of full HD plus. This is, by the way, the IPS LCD screen, not an AMOLED screen. This, as you can see, is the front facing camera, and you can see nice edge to its bezel screen, not looking too bad. So let's put the phone away and let's have a look and see what else we get in the box. We got these manuals. I'm sure nobody gives a damn anymore about these. So what else have we got? We got this USB cable. As you know, the phone is got type C, so this is your USB end to plug into the PC. No adapter, no power adapter. That's a bit surprising, but then again, you expect at this level. This is a budget end phone. It goes for around 250 to 270 depending on where you get it from. I will leave a few links down below, so please do have a look should you wish to purchase this phone. Also, it comes with these earphones as well, and with some earbuds, which I'm sure most of you probably won't be using as much, because these days it's a growing trend. Lots of people are using wireless headphones and wireless earphones, and that's why the 3.5mm jack is slowly disappearing. But in case if you do, you got these here as well. All those 3.5mm jack lovers, you got your pair of headphones. Okay, so we got the SIM tray here as well. There you go, guys. So not looking too bad. So apart from that, nothing else. So time to look at the phone and put everything away and see what we end up with. So let's have a quick look. Let me set the phone up, guys. I'll be back very shortly. Guys, I'm back. I've also hooked up the phone to my Wi-Fi and about to configure the fingerprint sensor. I thought let's do it together. So now let's set this up and see how this goes. So let's do the password to keep it basic, 1234, and then 1234 again. Confirm, keep it basic for now, and find the sensor located at the back of your phone. There it is, at a very convenient position. So let's configure this and see how it goes. There you go, guys, and it's doing it pretty fast, not looking too bad. There you go. You have to obviously move your finger across, make sure you cover all the sides of your finger. There we go, configured. And also let's add another for the left index finger. There we go. So this is the main, as you can see straight away, notifications, the typical Motorola notifications audio you can hear straight away has come up. So this is the Android One main home screen, gesture control, of course, as most of you know already, and not looking too bad. By the way, the phone comes with the Exynos 9609, which is the 7 series mid-range chipset by Samsung. You should expect the speed of this phone similar to a phone having probably a Snapdragon 660 or a 675. This is the mid-range or slightly upper mid-range chipset, which should give you enough performance for a phone running Android One. Okay, now let's test the fingerprint sensor. Let's shut the phone and see how quickly it reacts. There you go, pretty much instant without any much of a delay. There's a bit of a delay, maybe a second or two, but again, that is to be expected because this is a mid-range headset or not a flagship handset where things are going to have 0.3 seconds and all those kind of silly figures. For me personally, it's not a problem as long as the phone takes a second or two and is immediate. It's not too bad. Obviously, as I use the phone more and more, I will see if this slows down, but I'll keep you informed, of course. So let's get into settings and have a look and see what version of Android this phone is running. So getting to system here and then into about phone, and then we go into further down. It tells you here software channel read to, whatever that is. I don't know what that means, but here you go. So this is Android version 9, which is Android Pie. This is the latest version that the phone is running at the moment, and we got the security patch level 5th of May 2019. But I just saw as we speak we got a new system update available. If you tap on it, you can see you got the latest 5th of June 29 security patch level update available ready. And that's the one thing I like about phones running Android One. You'll always be ahead of the curve. You will have all the latest updates along with all major updates very soon available to your phone, like I said, being part of Android One. Okay, so we will do this later. Let's back into settings again and have a look and see how much storage do we have available, and is it the same as it says on the box. As you can see here, guys, already 12.35 gig is used out of 128, so we have a total of 116 gig available to us. So pretty much the same figure that we had. Obviously some updates are being updated at the back end as we speak. Also, let's get into sound and let's have a look and see how good that speaker is. Let's play a few ringtones and see how the sound comes up from this bottom facing speaker. So let's have a look. Phone ringtones, and there we go. Let's play a few. I tell you what, I am very impressed. I have not seen many phones with so much punch and sound coming up from a one bottom firing speaker. Even when the phone was vibrating and the ringtone was playing, I could also feel a bit of bass coming from the phone as well, which is quite nice. Obviously, I'll be testing a bit more and see how it goes. So please do feel free to ask me in the comment section about anything about audio, and I will let you know. I might do the odd test of this phone, maybe with the Samsung Galaxy S10, to see how good this speaker is. But because for me, personally speaking, the Samsung Galaxy S10 is the benchmark for audio in smartphones as we speak. Okay, let's talk a bit about the actual screen. As you can see guys, it's a 21:9 ratio screen, like I said to you earlier, same as we had on the Sony Xperia 1, which is the flagship from Sony, and this is a growing trend these days. Lots of videos and movies are now slowly turning into 21:9 screen ratio. Okay, so now let's play this video of mine and see how that comes out on the 21:9 screen ratio. There we go. It says full screen to exit and swipe. That's fine. Okay. Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be doing a double unboxing for the Motorola G7 Power and the G7 Plus. Now those of you, as you can see guys, whilst my video is being played, you got a bit of screen cut out on both ends, and that's one of the cons of having a 21:9 screen ratio, because most of the videos you're going to find on YouTube, also on Netflix, won't be optimized for a 21:9 ratio screen. So if you have to expand it, that's the way it's going to be, but then in doing so you'll be cut off with a lot of content from the top and the bottom, and possibly the sides as well. This is something where eventually we will be caught up by most social media sites, including YouTube and the rest, but for now this is one of the cons which you will have to face whilst you watch the content on YouTube, Netflix and other media sources. So not looking too bad guys. Let's quickly also, whilst you're talking about the phone, test the back camera. Like we discussed earlier, it's a 48 megapixel camera with an f1.7 aperture. So let's turn the camera on and see how it goes. Obviously allow it everything else, it will give you the basics, that we don't need this for now. Okay, hold back. So let's get into the camera. The HDR is on by default, and let's take a few photos. So there we go guys, let's get back to the camera again and let's take a couple of good pictures. There we go. There's a bit of a shutter lag there, I can see, so let's separate these two items and see if we can capture them individually. There we go. So really quickly without tapping on the screen, there we go, and then back to the Sony speaker, and there we go. Okay, so let's have a look and see what the result is. Straight away I can see there was a bit of an issue with focusing. As you can see, the speaker, this where it says Sony, it wasn't able to focus for some reason, and like I said, I did it without tapping on the actual screen. So looking at the other images then, as you can see, Centrum, this is the vitamin tablet. So you can see here it's looking much better, and even if you do zoom in, the results are not looking too bad. Okay, and both together, speaker and Centrum, it wasn't too bad as well, not looking too bad. But only on one instance out of the three, it was not able to focus on the Sony logo and the speaker properly, the odd occasion. But then again, on mid-range, you should not expect Samsung Galaxy S10 or iPhone level of performance from the camera. So guys, that's pretty much it for me for now. The Motorola One Vision with the mid-range Exynos 9609 chipset, 4 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of total storage. I will be testing it in the next few days. I'll come back with many more videos. In the next few days, I'll be shooting some camera samples from the video, from the back camera, possibly from the front camera as well. So please do stay tuned for that on the channel. And then in a week or 2 weeks time, or maybe less, I will be doing specifically the battery life on this phone. This one thing I forgot to mention you, the phone comes with a 3500 milliamp battery, and that is for a 6.3 inch full HD plus screen. Not looking too bad, a good size for a full HD plus screen. There are phones out there with Quad HD screens and still lesser battery, so I'm hoping for a good battery performance. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. Any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section, and like always, please subscribe as it helps, and I shall see you in the next video.